Dave's favourite car in the world, his Spirit Rei PS13, unfortunately burnt to ashes. But we are building it back better than it's ever been before. And thanks to the car community, we've been able to source the last in existence PS13 Spirit Rei kit. Now, this is a special build, and it's a build that Dave's not actually going to see until it's released. But we have stumbled into one massive problem, and a problem that nobody has ever noticed before about the original car. Now I'm going to put a picture on the screen of the original car and another one that we built. Technically the same kit, but if you analyze that picture as much as we have in this past week, you'll find out there has been a lot of modifications that have been done to make it look like that. So in this episode, we are revealing something that Spirit Rei themselves have never even said, and also nobody has ever noticed about the original car. So let's get into it. Hello and welcome to today's video. Now, as you saw in the intro, what on earth was going on with Spirit Rei when they released the demo car that's not actually the same as the original kit? As you saw in the last video, something wasn't adding up. There was way more camber, it wasn't sitting right. Even with the rim to the arch, like it sat on the original Spirit Rei car, the gap from the skirt was way higher. On the original one, it's laying on the floor. That's kind of where we started looking elsewhere. But before we get into all the misery of that, which I'm frankly terrified of, because yes, we cut the arches from a mint PS, but let's be honest, there's loads of PSs out there with arches. There is only one Spirit Rei kit, brand new, left in existence, and now we have to try and replicate what the Japanese men did from Spirit Rei themselves. But before we get to all that, look what's arrived. A whole lot of plastic, because I don't want to open it, because I don't want to damage it. But this is the lip kit from Spirit Rei themselves. They took it out of production, but with the communication from Rusei, from us to them, and the whole story around the car, they pulled out the molds from storage, and they did one last mold of the underskirt kit from the Spirit Rei car, which is again another pretty cool thing of this car, the story going around with it and everything like that. It's just, it really is one of one, and it's definitely going to be one of one, because I don't think anybody else has cut the arches like Spirit Rei did themselves, because everyone, let's be honest, runs 18s on them. It's only that car, I think, that ran 19s. I could be wrong. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, which I usually am, actually. And also, we have this sporty little number in the clubhouse. Now, Keen, get out here, because you're the sensible one of the company.
Maybe.
Keen, this is like the boy racer car. This is like your inner childhood coming out right now.
What are you painting me as now, Josh?
A yobbo.
Wow.
No, I like it because you blended into us now, like with the stupid cars. Like, I think this isn't that practical. You've got kids and you've got a Golf GTI. Sorry, Club Sport.
You've just called me a yobbo. I think the car is for sale already.
Dave actually claims this as, he'll never say it publicly, but I'm going to say it publicly, the best car in the world.
He does claim a GTI is the best car he's ever owned, really, doesn't he?
He does. Well, Keen, I have a tool here. So you bought this.
Wait, hang on. Why are you bringing tools near my car?
It's a digital tool now. It's not a physical tool. I'm not going to be touching this car. I don't want to touch your car. But we're going to test how well you bought this car. If there's any underlying issues, on camera, we're gonna go through this. So, thank you to today's sponsor, OBD11. We can run a diagnostic check with the all-new OBD11 free device and do it's the truth test, Keen.
Let's hope.
OBD11 is a user-friendly car diagnostic and customization tool for every driver. It's licensed by leading manufacturers like VAG Group, BMW Group, Toyota Group, and Ford, and is honestly the easiest way to diagnose, customize, improve your car's performance, saving time and money in the long run. So the touch of one button and you can do a full diagnostic check and go through all the sensors modules and pick up any faults that may be on the car. Right, go and do the tap.
Moment of truth.
Now, the OBD free device does offer full dealership diagnostics, which I can guarantee is much cheaper than going to the dealer themselves.
3 faults.
What have we got?
Starter release from the selector lever. Alright, let's check this out.
Is it an issue?
I don't think it's an issue. Weak battery? I don't know. Maybe it's because the car was off when we did this.
Well, this is just one of the examples why the OBD11 free device is so good, because it can save you time and money from taking your car to a mechanic, so you can get a rough idea of what you're getting yourself into.
I'm just going to clear these faults. So I know this thing does some fun stuff as well, so I'm going to clear these, forget about those for a while.
Now, there's over 1,000 apps that you can use here that show you hidden features that are on the car, like for example turning the US lights on, making a tone when you click the alarm, things that may not be activated on there which can be unlocked with the OBD11 free device.
I'm not going to do myself any favors here. There's one called exhaust flaps deactivate.
Flaps will be open, then you'd be a loud yobbo then.
Exhaust flaps deactivate on.
Go on, give it a rev key. I mean, that's not a full yobbo. I think you definitely need to delete some stuff in there now.
We need more, and in present company it isn't going to sound great, but it's better than it was, I guess. How many people out there hate lane assist? How about being able to turn it off?
I honestly think lane assist causes more crashes than it actually helps.
Off.
One of the other cool things with this device, you can actually see live data. So some things may not be on the dash that you actually want to check, like for example, your oil temperature. You can check it on your phone, on the app, to make sure everything's right. Well, Keen, I think you passed that test.
What test did I pass? The Yobbo test or which?
You very much passed the Yobbo test, but you passed the diagnostic test as well.
Once again, car for sale.
You know what, Keen? Well done.
Thank you.
A gentleman's handshake.
You don't often shake hands, I'm
No,
worried.
I'm proud of you.
Wow.
We've been working with OBD11 for years now, and I can't tell you how much this little device has come in use for me and everyone in the office. So, if you're interested in purchasing this device, which I strongly suggest every car person does, OBD11 has been kind enough to give us a discount code. So if you check out with the word drift, you can save 20%. I'll put the link down below so you can see that there, and it'll also be in the description, including the ultimate plan, which is the most complete plan with the highest feature set and customization potential. You also get a few cool goodies thrown in there, like a phone holder and a pouch for the OBD11 so it doesn't get damaged. So one last big thank you to OBD11 for sponsoring this video, making sure Keen's car is okay and he's not bought a lemon. And with all that said and done, we're building a Spirit Rei car and it ain't gonna build itself. We have parts. We have some coilovers and we have a box that I thought had a bit more in. Turns out it wasn't very supportive.
No, we want to see his face when he sat on it as well. It was brilliant.
Yeah, as you can see, I sunk in quite a bit. So we have suspension parts, arms and coilovers, because we obviously have a big issue. That wheel is not center, and we need the rear traction arm or tension arm, whichever way you say it, to push the wheel that way. Hopefully I've not squished it. Should be fairly heavy duty.
I think you might be okay.
So we actually have a few things in here. We have engine mounts for the 32. These are the arms in question for here. And we also got...
Bendy boys.
Yeah. So that is going to help us with our lock situation on the 32 because it keeps them hitting the tension arm. So thank you to MCG that got this all quick in 2 days to be exact, which is a very good delivery service.
Save me if I'm wrong.
Hey. Okay, so obviously we're ignoring the big problem of what we're doing with the arch, but we're going in steps here. We're trying to get the wheel centered and seeing how it's going to fit in the arch before we attack that. Can I go in blind?
Yeah.
That's not going to be a fun job.
Which isn't going to be?
The arch.
Oh, the arch is not a fun job.
14 flaps here. There we go. So you all know what these are. These are BC Racing coilovers. Because we use them in every single car that we own, and there's only one reason for that. They are the best. You get a load of adjustability, hard and soft on the top, and the preload stays the same because you adjust the bottom. So these are just the BR range. These are kind of the basic entry level, but BCs do go all the way up to freeway adjustable that we run on our Driftmasters cars. So fingers crossed we can get a bit more camber adjustability at the top as well, because we need a little more camber to fit these wheels. Right, so let's get these things fitted and we'll see where we lie. so that's the old one and that's the new one. Like, they're not that much shorter, but then again, a little bit could be a lot.
Every inch counts.
So it does, yeah, a little does do a lot. So the reason we had to install these parts first was because we needed to get the wheel exactly where we needed it, so that when it came to cutting the arch, we would get a better idea of where to cut it. That looks a lot more center. Woof. And there's one piece of the puzzle done. Unfortunately, there's a lot more pieces to do. So, we have the wheel fitting more center in the arch, which is where we want it to be. The only problem is the wheel can't go to where we want it to go because it needs to go higher up and the arch needs to be more cut. Let me explain more. This arch is not the same. It's the same arch as the Spirit Rei promo car, the one that debuted this kit. The problem is Spirit Rei were a bit cheeky, weren't they?
Cheeky little buggers. They made it one off. But I think it was more of a problem of the wheels that were on the original car.
So the original wheels that they put on the car were 19s, and obviously when they will have put them on this, the wheel will have sunk in so much compared to the front, so it wouldn't have been very even. So we can only speculate to what they did because we don't really, our Japanese isn't the best now, is
It
it?
was in the past, so no one will tell us.
So pretty much what we are thinking that they did was re-radius.
So what they did for a fact was, this arch, height of this arch, is the same height as this swage line. And what they did to the rear arch was also make this arch to the same as the swage line.
Yeah.
When the car is lowered, it sits level and the wheels have the same amount of poke or fitment.
This is going to go lower than any other S-body than we've done before on air or anything. So we don't know what problems that's going to occur. Do we need to notch the chassis? Do we need
Probably
to
not.
do something with the arms? Do we need
I
to...
don't think the original car was. We can't
I
check.
think the original car was a lot of things.
Yeah, we can't really check.
First things first, we need to cut the metal so we can raise the wheel up to where we think it needs to go. And then we can just go from there.
Get cutting.
Well, the Japanese men building the original car. Hey. They can do it, we can do it.
That's the spirit, Josh, isn't it? That's the,
Go on again, let's get
that's
into
the
it.
spirit. Give me a knife. The one that she should be scared about, then that's her friend.
So there's 3 people we're scared of now. So whilst Neil started this, I finished off fitting the BC Racing coilovers. As you can see, if you're doing this by yourself, it could get a little risky. Feel like you're getting a bit of deja vu here.
Do you know what? I've not done this before.
Seems like you gotta do the lines down like it's on the thing. There you go, slop it on there. Neil finished off with the seam sealer and started to think how was the best way to tackle the arches.
So, Yesterday I finished welding up the arches for the second time, and I have come to visit the HQ, or the clubhouse, to visit some nerdy people. Yeah, you're going to understand why I need nerds in a minute. Hello nerd! I need a hand. It's an awkward one. So I have brought these two things. Basically, I need a picture of the original Spirit Rei car, and we can use maybe the fuel filler cap to scale the image to a full-size image, and then possibly, the technology is in our favour, make a template to cut it the same as the original car.
Would you not just, just eyeball it? And
Could eyeball
there's
it,
plenty of them around, to be fair.
but I don't really want to risk effing this up.
So we
Zoom in on the rear quarter, and we'll try point with our big grubby fingers.
Come on, you give me a point now.
See this? This to this is different. This to this. Yeah.
So now we've set the scale essentially that if we measure anything in this image, technically it should be to the same scale
Yeah,
as
we're
that.
roughly in the ballpark now. We're not talking exact.
So
like if we're within 10 mil of a real car,
the way we can check this is that you were saying what the wheel is 522 mil.
Yeah, so from lip to lip of the wheel is 522 mil.
A few moments later.
Okay, so this took too long to video. So we got a few measurements, rough measurements. Now it's hard to scale this because the photo is slightly skewed, so some of the measurements are exaggerated, but we just have to go with it because that's all we have. So this line is the most important line because that's the height of our arch. So once we have this measurement, we kind of just have to eyeball it.
How do you feel about that then?
Class. It's no pressure. So I think the trick here is to cut before the line, and then we can work up to the line.
I'm just putting this job off now.
Yeah, pretty much. You only get one shot of it, lad.
Last kit in the world.
Which is worse? Cutting up the car or cutting up the kit?
This is it, Neil.
No gone back, supposedly. Oh, God. It's the worst that can happen.
That's more like it.
Good news is you can pull the camera out.
Neil started messing around with the rear arms to try give the wheel less camber and get better fitment.
Alright, just that there. More cutting.
Well, that's better than too much.
He then spent the next few hours cutting and sanding the arch to get it to where he thought the original Spirit Rei arch was. I may have bailed out of yesterday whilst Neil was doing the arch.
You mentioned that. But yeah, you did bail out yesterday.
Truth be told, I was too scared to watch this be done and didn't want any responsibility for it being done wrong.
So you just left it with me,
Yeah.
and I would have got the blame. I would have got Yuki.
I feel we tried to go technical and scaling up pictures and everything like that, and obviously it didn't work out that way.
In theory it works, but because the pictures aren't taken like dead side on the car, and if you're taking with a wide angle lens, they're skewed. So when you scale the top of the car, the bottom of the car is the wrong scale.
But I feel like it was done a very Japanese way. Like, this is the plan.
Yeah, well,
I can imagine Mr. Spirit.
this is the plan here. And the only measurement I used from this was not even the 89.7 millimeters.
Again, very make a plan and just freestyle it.
I used this as a guide and then I eyeballed.
So yeah, that is the scary part done. Anyway, Adam, how's the track going?
What, you can't hear me over the rain?
Adam's supposed to be painting the track today and it's island's been island.
And if you look at all next week, I think in total there's over 100 mil set for rain of next week. And all of my jobs are outside and most of it is waiting to do it in a dry track.
You know what? Think of a positive. The drains will be getting a good testing.
There are no drains.
Oh, okay, fair enough then. So we're all having our issues. Here at Drift Games, business as usual, I'd say.
We actually had our first oil leak on the track. We haven't even had a car on the track.
What was the oil leak?
The truck that delivered the containers spilled oil all over the main street.
And would that be anywhere near the first initiation point?
Where the first initiation point is, yeah.
Absolutely. Ideal in all areas of Drift Games. Okay, so the wheel may be sitting well there, but it doesn't have a coilover in or anything. We just jacked the wheel up to get the perfect stance. Now, with a coilover, well, we can't really achieve a drivable stance with this. So just like the original car, we are going to be putting a bag system on this, but we are going to be putting a bag system over the coilover, so we still have the functionality of the BC. And we have Gavin here from Blackline Performance to well, make it so we don't muck this up, because we're not... I mean, you did put him in the NSX, Neil.
I wouldn't call myself an expert.
And with this car, we're trying to do everything perfect. So Gavin's come down to make sure, and he's got a new fancy system, which is...
Airlift's new ALP4 management system.
And it's not done on pressure, it's done by sensors?
Yep, so upgrade for this one. You can run the same system on pressure, but we've decided that if this car's being done right, that's having the full height sensor system added too. This is your level sensor box. So
Oh, look at anything.
So these are a direct replacement for the coil spring, and from the measurements you've given me, they should be right.
Oh yeah, I like the way you put that in there, so it's all my fault.
So pretty much Neil sent over the measurements.
I'm gonna thank someone else here. Adam gave me the
Which
measurements.
he got from me because I had already done this for the Datsun, so.
This is my fancy one. Josh, when we open this one, you can kick it over again like you did the last one. Oh my god! Wish we could just put this in and then the job be over.
Oh yeah, 100%. Just plug it into the cigarette lighter. There you go. It's a Game Boy.
It is like a Game Boy.
Hello.
You answered the phone with your Game Boy?
Did you not? I'm gonna put this back for a break.
So that's the easy part now, opening the boxes. Now we have to fit all these things. So we're going to look at the proper process of how you put a bag on a coilover.
All stripped down for these because the diameter difference is so tiny in between the damper rod and the top. We need to keep that washer on. Top O-ring, bit of red rubber grease.
Did you use an O-ring for yours, Adam?
Same as well, O-rings up the inside of the bag. On the BCs, they'll have a little white sticker here, like you still have there. Eat that off. You don't want anything that's going to cause a tiny little gap.
I'm guessing you took the sticker off yours, right?
Just cut in the other piece again, Josh, where I say shut up.
Right, you make a crap politician. And then, bag on. And if you have a good bit to go down until that rubber seal hits that area, start to tighten up. See?
Wait, you don't have to like force it anymore? Last time I remember doing this, I was twisting it as hard as I possibly could.
Big spanners.
Easy as that, Neil.
Easy as that.
So the bit that goes onto the top of the coilover has that, and that needs to be gone, so the collar bit is flush with the top. Now usually you would get this machined off to make it perfect, but Neil has another solution here. Perfect.
I was waiting for him to say it was the wrong side.
so now we've got to put all the coilovers back in with the bag system, and then we have to preset all the heights again because obviously the bags are slightly different to the springs. So all the work that we did previously is kind of away. You know what, that's the actual theme of this project, Neil, is do it once then have to do it again. So we have all the coilovers with the bags on the car, and now we need to figure out the height sensors, which is something, that's territory that we've never gone into.
Unknown territory, uncharted lands.
Can't be as hard as building an engine. How's that going?
Grand.
It's very secretive, it's just under a bag.
Yeah, there's our new billet block. Things have escalated.
Yeah, that is to be continued. So we're hot wiring the system just to show how it actually works.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's got a light up.
You've got your normal screen where you can see your pressures in each corner, but also as we've hooked up a level sensor, you should be able to see the increase and decrease when we set it up for what height it's at. Sensor tool operation. So we have front right connected. So as we move the sensor, we can see it changing.
Look at that, it kind of makes it a lot more manual. Like that technically, unless that breaks, that can't be wrong.
Pretty much, yeah, and it would give you an idea that if something isn't wrong, you'll get errors. So it reports errors. If it thinks there's a leak, it'll report that there's a leak. If there's something wrong with the compressor running or it's taking too long, it reports that. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out of it.
This is kind of the extent we have to go with this car to make it absolutely dummy proof for Dave.
Do you call Dave a dummy?
Kinda. Okay, so unfortunately Gavin can't stick around. You're bailing on us now.
He is bailing on us.
You
Work must go on.
give us all the tricks and tips and says it's fine.
How easy it is.
Yeah, so even we can do it.
Hey, we'll find out.
Before he goes, I just want to show you what he turned up in. It's good enough for a Bentley. It's good enough for the PS then.
Exactly. Hey, if it's good enough for the PS, it's good enough for a Bentley.
Well, thank you very much for coming down here today and pretty much telling us of all the things that we were doing wrong in the past.
Pointing at all the improvements to make, and anything else that you need, give me a shout. We're always in the end of the phone.
I was going to say, not that we don't want to, but fingers crossed we're going to do it right.
And
And you don't have to hear from us for a
I
while.
was going to say, now that he's gone, we can just do whatever we want.
Here's how we do it right, and then we'll do it our old-fashioned ways and our old bad habits anyway.
Never.
We would never do that. Right, much appreciated, dude. Thank you.
No worries, Tom.
Right, Neil. Oh, we've made a mess already. Jesus, unpacking stuff. We're so meant to make a mess. Right, all this on there. By the end of this video, we will have this car airing out how it should be, stands to perfection. Fingers crossed. And even though not everything's gone right on this video, I guess it could all come together at the end.
You know what? It'll be done at the end.
So next up, we started running the lines. We did this underneath the car and ran them down both the chassis rails. That way, they were as direct as possible, making it so there was as little bends as possible. Hate to break it to you, buddy. But you was testing me there.
Been a long day.
Okay, so those time lapses you just saw there, we made it look way easier than it actually is. There's been about 3 hours of buttoning up. We were very naive in thinking that we were going to fully complete this in a day. So we're trying here. Progress is slow, but it is on these types of cars when you're actually trying to do it as good as you possibly can. It's not a drift car where you can just put something together and cable tie it here, there and everywhere. This is built to be a special car, and we are taking our time on it. That's why the progress isn't as fast as we usually are with our builds. So, we buttoned up the car, making sure everything was tight and there was no air leaks. We haven't installed the height sensors yet, as we wanted to make sure the system was working first.
Calibration is successful.
Does that mean there's no leaks?
Yeah.
I think we're good to lower down onto the ground and get this thing working. Why'd you look so unsure?
Because what if we lower it now and it just obliterates the kit?
That's a risk we're gonna have to take. Okay, moment of truth. Is everything done right?
Hold in there.
We need to let some air out. Go on. Ooh. Is that fully aired out?
Zero, 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 zero.
I'm not gonna lie, we're close. I don't think we've ever hunted for such stands on a car before. So one of the unique things about the original Spirit Rei car was the stands. It was kind of all about the stands. You couldn't fit a piece of paper between it. It was literally wheel to arch in the perfect way for the perfect stands. I think we're very close, Neil, but I'm not too sure we're there. I think it needs to go a tiny bit lower, a smidge. Okay, so I've been analysing the car for the past 15-20 minutes, I would say, trying to... Yeah. So the only thing is, when you're trying to, what we would consider the perfect stance of the old car, that's what you're trying to replicate on this car. So you're really fighting the millimeters and degrees of camber and everything like that to try and get it the same. And to be fair, I think we are pretty much there, if you would agree.
We're very close.
Incredibly close. We can definitely go lower on the front, there's no doubt about that. We can lower the coilover. The rear, we're kind of maxed out, and we are going to finish off on a little bit of a problem because we're not too sure why. This side is slightly lower than this side. And before you say it, it's not the arches being cut different. Neil's measured the arches twice.
We've done a measurement. Beside the door handle, straight to the ground, 612
And then moving on to the other side.
is 622 mil.
So there's something underneath that's binding, essentially. Whether it be an arm, the camber's slightly different, whatever. The coilover is maxed out on both sides, so it should be the same. But we are kind of, as we said before, in uncharted territory, I would say, because obviously it's a 19-inch wheel, and we are trying to lower it so that once we put the underskirt on, we will be laying frame. Is that what they say?
Laying skirt.
Laying skirt. And just before we round off this video, I want to ask you guys, the people that watch this video. We obviously read all the comments. We see all the messages telling us sometimes we rush projects and we should slow down, take more time, go into more detail. Well, this is one of those builds where we are going into more detail on the car. So please let us know in the comments if you're enjoying this style of content more than our, say, rushed 24-hour ridiculous builds. Or maybe a bit of variety of both of those is nice as well. So next up, catch up with Neil, go into town in the engine bay, and I will not see you on the next one because I am off for a few days next week, so I am not going to be in the video, and you are left with...
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
I'll see you on another one though.